Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, wanting to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series' fourth sister Inquisitor from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Super fun show, but a character that only shows up incredibly briefly. Kind of awesome that she's getting a figure though, she has a cool design. Let's go ahead and get into the review, see what we're getting here, see if this low screen time character is worthy of addition to your shelf. As always, you start by taking a look at the box. This is your standard Black Series packaging with the Black Series logo up top above the render of the figure, looking cool. Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Blue Inquisitor, 4th Sister Warning, 4+ Hasbro, plastic-free packaging. Some nice artwork of the character on the side of the box. This side of the box features your Black Series logo, the render telling you the figure scales in at exactly 5.7 inches and shows off her one and only accessory. Plastic-free packaging, Hasbro loves to blow themselves on that. A Star Wars The Black Series, a render of the character, a bio about the show in varying languages. Not about the character, they're still doing the show in these bios. And again, number 12 in the line, a bunch of legal stuff, Disney, Hasbro, legal stuff, barcode, nothing up top but a hanger. Nothing to talk about here, very standard packaging stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get her out of the box, and we'll see what we're getting here. Here's the 4th sister out of the box. As always, start by taking a look at her accessories, or as I said, accessory. She only comes with the one, being her double-bladed spinning lightsaber from the show. This is another unique mold. I'm going to be honest, for a character like 4th sister, where you never even see her pull her lightsaber, it wouldn't have shocked me if Hasbro just decided to reuse the lightsaber mold from a different Inquisitor, but she has a unique mold, and the Inquisitors all have slight variations. This one has the different notches here on the ring outside. It's a bit of a simpler Inquisitor saber design, but again, it's unique to her character, and Hasbro didn't cheap out, so good call there. Although they did paint the ring on this silver instead of leaving it in gray plastic like the Grand Inquisitor, so that's a little frustrating. It has two very nice red blades that do unpeg. They're kind of stiff in there, but that's what you want. There you go. Saber blades out of the saber. As shown here, it has two pegs on the hilt, and there are two holes in the back there. And so she carries hers on her back, just like 5th Brother and Grand Inquisitor. It seems Reva is the only hip saber swinging Inquisitor we have here. Anyway, looking at the figure, the likeness on it's pretty good. I'm going to be honest. We see her walk up like with the Grand Inquisitor one time in the show, and then talk to Reva and 5th Brother like during like the 4th episode briefly. She really doesn't get a ton of screen time. I mean, but from what I remember, this is a pretty faithful recreation. I mean, it's a good-looking figure. I like it. Definitely a more unique Star Wars design, you know, or like simple but unique, where it's just kind of like an orangey brown skin tone and very human-like on the face, whereas around back there's a bunch of little skinny and antenna, tentacle, whatever's coming out. Very nice helmet, kind of like wraparound open face design. Just really good looking. I do like it. Almost sort of get like cat vibes. I don't know if like the yellow eyes going on. Working down, the figure is entirely new sculpting. She features a lot of your standard Inquisitor marks, you know, the black bodysuit with kind of like heavy leather plating, and the silver Imperial cogs on the shoulders, silver butt buckles, just a little touch of red on the rubber skirt piece. It's very open though. It doesn't get in the way of the articulation any. Very nice ribbed boots going on there. I really don't think there's any reuse here. She has the swivel pin knees. They're not double joints, so if these are reused from anything, they're not like old reuse. But yeah, I'm really, really kind of liking what we're seeing here. I mean, she's a really uniquely designed character. On characters like this, you would almost expect, hey, yeah, let's throw some Lando legs on there or something, you know, like the Client, you know, how they did him with the Lando legs. And as far as I can tell, there's not a single reuse part. I've held her up to Reva. I've held her up to 2nd Sister. There's just no reuse. Something else that's kind of worth noting is the articulation on this is just flawless. As far as this wave goes, I feel like I've had the most fun posing her. She features the double barbell head, allowing her to look up pretty decently far, pretty decently down. There's rotation, and of course all the pivot you could ever ask for. The arms come up to a T-pose, have a pretty good butterfly joint, 360 at the shoulders with single jointed elbows that go just past 90 and rotate, 360 at the wrists, both of them hinging up and down, mid-torso ball joint allowing you to crunch that far forward, really far back. There's side-to-side rotation and a lot of pivot. The legs can kick that far apart. They can go really far forward, not really too much back. Upper thigh swivel, single jointed knees that go just past 90 and rotate at the knee, and then the feet can point straight down, pretty far forward, and there's forward-facing pin for rocker. All of this is kind of like standard stuff, but usually you get a figure with a lot of standard points, and then there's something that's kind of slacking. There's just nothing slacking here. There's nothing wrong, you know, it's just everything works as you would like it to work. As far as doing some comparisons, here she is next to who she is chasing throughout the series with the other Inquisitors, Obi-Wan in his Jabeam outfit from the Wave. Here she is next to my Kenobi series, Black Series Vader, with a custom head. Thanks Skywalker Hendricks for that. Go check him out. He's been reviewing this wave this week. Here she is next to Reva. If I can get her to stand up. Let's drop in the second sister. And just because I know this is the lineup that we're all going to want to see, I'll take Obi-Wan and Vader out. Here is the Grand Inquisitor. And here is the fifth brother. I know we were all going to want to see the Inquisitors together. And, you know, oddly enough, looking at the figure, you never know what'll happen. Here's the jar that she may or may not end up in. So, end of the day, what do I think of the fourth sister Inquisitor? I'm going to be honest, I really like this figure. It's a lot of fun to pose. It's just really easy to find those dynamic poses like this one. It's weird. The character never even sparks up her lightsaber in the show, and here I am having more fun with her than characters like Bastila and Malak. They're great figures. I'm just struggling to find poses I like for those characters. And with fourth sister, just good pose. Good pose. Good pose as I'm sitting there at my desk posing her. So, I'm going to figure out the other ones in this wave, but fourth sister, just right off rip, is a fun figure. This is one of those ones, very much like thinking back to last year, Fennec Shand. Just the articulation just works so well that, you know, you're just sitting there and you're like, wow, like, I'm just having a great time reposing her, whereas a lot of the other figures, you kind of have to think about it. And so, yeah, a fourth sister, do I recommend? 100%. Now, if you're not completing the Kenobi line, if you don't want a bunch of Inquisitors on the shelf, hey, she's definitely the most irrelevant of the Inquisitors. I totally get it if she's a pass. But I really like this figure and how it poses, and I'm having a good time with it. And I think you would probably have a good time with it too. So mull it over if you see it. And it's a Black Series figure, so maybe mull it over when you inevitably find it on a markdown somewhere. But I'm really happy I have it. I think if you pick it up, you'll have a good time with it too. And that's all I got to say about it. So thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. You guys know the drill at this point. I'm going to go work on some other videos. So until next time, may the Force be with each and every one of you. Bye.